guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Joey, man. So as we all know, Baltimore has been going through hell this past week. There's been riots and, just all types of violence, crazy stuff going on. The city has been placed under curfew. There's been National Guards everywhere. As of yesterday, the state attorney for Baltimore City, her name is Marilyn Mosby, and she has come out and she announced that she will be filing charges on all 6 police officers. The police officers have been identified. 3 of them are black and the other 3 are white, and she's saying that she's willing to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. Now that the autopsy has come back saying that Freddie Gray's injuries were due to homicide. So this whole situation is a mess. I want you guys to go ahead and check out her news interview that she did. Check this out, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
The findings of our comprehensive, thorough, and independent investigation, coupled with the medical examiner's determination that Mr. Gray's death was a homicide, which we received today, has led us to believe that we have probable cause to file criminal charges. Yes! Lieutenant Rice, Officer Miller, and Officer Nero failed to establish probable cause for Mr. Gray's arrest, as no crime had been committed by Mr. Gray. Despite Mr. Gray's seriously deteriorating medical condition, no medical assistance was rendered or summoned for Mr. Gray at that time by any officer. Mr. Gray was rushed to the University of Maryland Shock Trauma, where he underwent surgery. On April 19, 2015, Mr. Gray succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead. The manner of death, deemed a homicide by the Maryland State Medical Examiner, is believed to be the result of a fatal injury that occurred while Mr. Gray was unrestrained by a seatbelt in the custody of the Baltimore Police Department wagon. I hope that as we move forward with this case, everyone will respect due process and refrain from doing anything that will jeopardize our ability to seek justice. To the people of Baltimore and the demonstrators across America, I heard your call for no justice, no peace. Your peace is sincerely needed as I work to deliver justice on behalf of
Alright, so you guys just checked out everything that Marilyn had to say, and I definitely love the fact that she's basically leading the charge on this and that she's willing to see this through. A lot of folks were online really pissed off. You had folks saying a lot of racist things, even calling her racist, saying that she had no business charging these police officers. They were just doing their job. And even Barack Obama had spoken out on the situation. Now, a lot of black folks are mad at Barack because he had came out the other day basically denouncing the riots and calling the young black people down there who were rioting, calling them all types of thugs and everything else. So a lot of folks have been giving Barack Obama the side eye, but now he's speaking on the fact that these police officers are being charged. So check out what Barack had to say, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my comments.
It is absolutely vital that the truth comes out on what happened to Mr. Freddie Gray. And it is my practice not to comment on the legal processes involved. That would not be appropriate. But I can tell you that justice needs to be served. All the evidence needs to be presented. Those individuals who are charged obviously are also entitled to due process and rule of law. And so I want to make sure that our legal system runs the way it should. And the Justice Department and our new Attorney General is in communications with Baltimore officials to make sure that any assistance we can provide on the investigation is provided. But what I think the people of Baltimore want more than anything else is the truth. That's what people around the country expect. And to the extent that it's appropriate, this administration will help local officials get to the bottom of exactly what happened. In the meantime, I'm gratified that we've seen the constructive, thoughtful protests that have been taking place, peaceful, but clear calls for accountability, that those have been managed over the last couple of days in a way that's ultimately positive for Baltimore and positive for the country. And I hope that approach to nonviolent protest and community engagement.
All right, so you guys just checked out what Barack Obama had to say about the situation. So shortly after this story went viral and folks found out that these officers would be charged, the Baltimore City Fraternal Order of the Police decided to start a GoFundMe page for these 6 officers. They were looking to raise $600,000. Within 41 minutes, they had already raised over $1,135, and GoFundMe went on there and basically stopped their campaign dead in its tracks. So shortly after money started coming in, 41 minutes later, GoFundMe jumped onto the site and basically deleted the entire campaign, took it down, and stated they're not allowed to put a campaign on their site. You know, I guess basically due to like all the tension, all the chaos that's going on. GoFundMe does not want to be tied to this whole police thing that's going down in Baltimore. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip. I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Now, to support the officers charged in Freddie Gray's death has already been shut down. The Fraternal Order of Police tried starting a GoFundMe page to raise $600,000 for the officers. It raised a little before being pulled by the website a half an hour later. A spokeswoman says their terms of service do not allow people to raise money, and if it would be used to help those who are charged with serious violations of the law. And the site was blocked. Donations for police charged in similar cases.
Alright, so you guys just checked out the news clip, and I agree with GoFundMe. I think it's bullshit that these, police officers want to raise $600,000 for these other officers while they go about standing on trial. I think it's just nonsense. This was a regular civilian person who was accused of homicide. Nobody would be raising a GoFundMe for a regular civilian. I was finding it funny that when a black man gets killed, folks are so ready to, start a GoFundMe accounts and everything else for these cops, for George Zimmerman, and things like that. I just think that people just need to be aware of the situation. While I'm proud of the state attorney for, bringing up charges on these 6 police officers, a lot of folks online celebrating, especially a lot of black folks, they're just being charged. They haven't been convicted, so I just don't want people to get so excited. Yes, it's good that they were charged, but I'm only going to celebrate once there's a conviction and they're sitting in jail, because a lot of these other officers were charged as well, but they all got away with it. So until they're convicted and they're sentenced to jail, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not getting excited about the situation. I'm just going to fall back, sit here, and see how everything plays out. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. How do you feel about them charging these 6 police officers? Were you shocked to see that 3 of the police officers were black? And how do you feel about what Barack Obama had to say about the protesters, calling them thugs? And then now basically giving the state attorney props for charging the police officers. And then also, how do you feel about the whole GoFundMe situation, where GoFundMe took down the charity account for the police fraternity order? So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let's get the discussion popping. All right, deuces. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.